issues are important in front of the commissioners right now?
Well, I think we've talked about budget deficits plenty, and I think going forward we're going to be facing even more budget deficits. So that's a big concern. So I think you really need to elect someone who has a lot of fresh ideas, new ideas, creative budget strategies. And my big thing is, number one, we really have, as a community and as a county, we really have to grow our tax base. Now that's easier said than done, but Lincoln Lancaster has so many fabulous things going for us. We have a highly educated workforce. We're the seat of government right here. We have the University of Nebraska, Lincoln right here. We have a phenomenal quality of life to raise a family. Our education system is far superior. So we have many wonderful things going for us that would attract businesses to look at us as a possibility to relocate here. We're right in the center of the United States, and for distribution, it's perfect. But I think one thing we need to do is we really need to partner with the public-private initiatives. Like Lincoln Chamber of Commerce is really very involved in trade missions, sending out people to recruit at trade shows, working with companies, telling the great things about Lincoln and Lancaster County, why it's a great place to locate your business. So we have to grow our tax base, meaning we have to get more tax dollars in. That's really number one. We talk about budget cuts and budget savings, and I think people understand, but I'm not about trying to raise taxes at all. And in fact, I think we could even lower taxes. And I know people say, oh, that's such a Pollyanna attitude, but I think we can do it. And this is some of the strategies that we've employed in my company, where we have been able to create efficiencies in our operations. So the one thing that I would say, since I'm involved in building and maintenance and construction, the one thing that I've found where we've been able to achieve energy savings is look at commissioning a building. Commissioning a building means that you look at the operational efficiencies of your equipment, your heating and air conditioning, your lighting that you have, how your equipment, in the grocery stores, I'm involved with the Super Saver and Russ's, we look at how all these refrigerated equipment operate and how can we create more efficiencies in that. And I think any time that we can reduce our utility costs, our energy costs, we bring savings to the taxpayer. So that's one thing that I would do. Another thing that we've done as a company, we've looked at our fleet of vehicles. And now certainly the county has a number of vehicles that they have to manage, maintain, and insure. And one way to probably look for some tax savings would be to really eliminate those older vehicles, phase them out, and if they need to be replaced, you would replace them with energy efficient vehicles that get higher gas mileage. And that's something that we have been doing as a company. Looking at hybrids is certainly another alternative. But also then, for those non-essential vehicles that have been in use, reimburse the employees of the county for their miles that we have done. So we do away with a lot of vehicles, so you reduce the number of the vehicles that you have in your fleet. The other thing that you hear talked about a lot is health and wellness. And I know as a company we struggle with that all the time. One thing we've done as a company, we've really focused on healthy initiatives, healthy choices. And for the first time ever, we hired a dietitian, not for our wonderful customers to teach them and show them how to make healthier food selections, but we've hired a dietitian, a licensed dietitian, to work with our associates, how we can learn to make healthier food choices, we can exercise more, and so we've done a whole series of incentives for our associates. So many companies across the United States are doing this exact same thing, because in order for us to manage our health insurance costs for our personnel, which is one of the significant costs any community will face, is that we have to really change our culture, eat less, exercise more, and we as a company have seen a wonderful reduction in our healthcare cost premiums. So I would like to take that same idea and incorporate it with our county personnel, and you really have to change the culture, motivate people, but I think it's something that can certainly be achieved. So that's just a few ideas about energy savings, health wellness initiatives, looking at the other assets of the county that we might be able to reduce and therefore bring some tax savings to the county residents.
Okay, great.